To the St. Croix County courtroom, where this morning the man who stabbed 5 people on the Apple River in 2022 was sentenced.
You'll likely remember one person, 17-year-old Isaac Schumann, died. Today was an emotional day, with one lawyer saying it was a tragedy all around.
Here's a look at this morning's proceedings.
Nicolae Miu sentenced to decades behind bars Wednesday.
For count 1, I will impose a term of initial confinement of 20 years, followed by 6 years of extended supervision.
On July 30th, 2022, Miu stabbed 5 people during an altercation on the Apple River. 4 people survived. 17-year-old Isaac Schumann ddid not. Much of the incident was captured on camera, which played in court during his trial. In April, a jury found Miu guilty of lesser charges, including reckless homicide rather than intentional homicide. Prior to the judge's sentencing, family and friends were given the opportunity to speak about how Isaac's death and the events of that day have impacted them. Media was not allowed to film during that time, but can report on what was said. Isaac's mother was the first to share. Isaac's mother, Alina Hernandez.
2 years ago yesterday, my life was forever changed, my heart forever shattered. Justice to me is getting my child back. I'm thankful the jury got it right and the monster will die in prison. He has no soul. He's evil.
She asked the judge to impose the harshest sentence allowed by law. Prosecutors argued, saying Miu has shown no remorse for his actions. That includes the day of the crime.
The river was running red with blood. AJ Zid disemboweled and he pretended to not know.
And in the 2 years that have followed.
Talking about leaving people belly up and terminating them is not the words of a peaceful person.
Miu's lawyers refuted that claim.
But I can tell you, I've been with him. I've been with him over those 732 days, and he has shown remorse. Is it mixed? Is it complicated? Absolutely.
They asked the judge for mercy.
Vengeance is not something that we ought to model. Vengeance is not something that I think any of us should aspire to or aspire others towards. Justice is different than vengeance.
Miu spoke in court, reading from a prepared statement addressed to Isaac's parents, family, and friends.
I never meant for this tragedy to occur. My soul is broken. My heart is very heavy. And I will never be the same carrying such a heavy burden and sorrow.
In the end, the judge said the sentence needed to reflect the crimes, which were reckless in nature, not intentional.
These crimes are serious. They mean that Mr. Miu did not think about the consequences of his behavior and that he showed utter disregard for life when he stabbed 5 people.
The judge adding, though, Miu knows the difference between right and wrong.
There is a lot more to Mr. Miu than what he did on July 30.
During that time,
And outside the courtroom, Isaac's dad spoke about his son and the sentence once the hearing was over.
I was expecting maybe double what he got. So I'm a little surprised at that, but I'm glad that I don't have to be the judge and make that decision. Either way, I'm ready to move forward.
Schumann also said he's glad that Miu apologized in the courtroom. He said he wasn't expecting that and that he appreciated it.
Now, Miu's lawyer said after the hearing he expects Miu will be filing a notice of intent to seek post-conviction relief, which could modify the sentence if granted.
That is a lengthy process, though. We have more coverage of this hearing, including the full video of Miu's statement on WQW.com.